Good morning. We're outside today. These are my Honda NSR and my Kayo 150. I had a question from somebody asking about the NSR. Mine has the Kayo fairing on it, but more specifically the gas tank. These bikes are very rare in this country and not easy to repair because of availability. So this gas tank, the question that I had from someone was, can I use the gas tanks between the Kayo and the NSR interchangeably? So what I've done here is taken the tail section off, and I'm going to take the tanks off and we will see if they fit. The petcock is different here, so we're going to need to take the gas line off and then we can swap the tank over. The Kayo, on the other hand, it's a little bit different, but I believe it's the same. It is a single bolt at the front. Here, the cover looks like there's a bolt, but there isn't. That's because this is just a shroud on the tank. Otherwise, the front of the tank has a little slot in the front underneath the frame that fits in the same way that the NSR does. There's no bolt here holding the front of the tank down. So what I'm going to do is try swapping the tanks over. They look roughly the same shape, viewed from above and viewed from above here, and we'll try these out and see if this works. The Kayo also has a fuel petcock here. There's a little lever on it that you're going to have to turn the fuel off, so don't forget to do that, and then we'll disconnect the fuel line. Okay, so at this point we've come inside because it's starting to rain. I've taken the tank off the Kayo down there on the floor, and I've also taken the tank off the NSR. At this point, we're just simply going to try to see how well this tank fits. Over here. One comment I have about this is please remember that the Kayo is a 4-stroke motor, and here's the tab on the front of the gas tank, this metal spot here. That should slot into the frame on the NSR. There. And then at the back, it should line up. And guess what? It does not quite fit. There is one little caveat here that I had not realized. It looks like the same tank. The bolt lines up at the back, the tab at the front fits in, but we do have a bit of a problem. The problem here, so you can see it, is that on the frame is the radiator cap. And that radiator cap, when we lower the tank, hits the bottom of the tank. There's not enough room for the radiator cap and the tank. Otherwise, the bolt at the back lines up, the tab at the front lines up, but we have our radiator cap to deal with. Taking another look at the NSR engine bay here, here's the radiator cap. This is what's hitting the bottom of the tank. I'm going to take the screw out here, and you can see the mounting bracket we can kind of push down. So my thought is if we could mount the radiator cap under that bracket, we might have enough room to get the tank on. The hoses would have to bend a little bit coming off the radiator cap, but not too radically. I don't know how well you can see in here, but we do have the hoses going through the frame and out to the radiator, and then back here down to the cylinder head. So again, the idea is just push the radiator cap down instead of having it mounting up as high as it was. So I'm going to take this off and try putting the tank back on just by kind of wedging it down there for now, just as a proof of concept. So wrapping up the video here, I made the last change with the radiator cap. You can sort of see it between the frame rail there. You can see the gold cap is no longer hitting the top of the tank. I've been able to attach the bolt at the rear of the tank. And that is the Kayo tank on the NSR. Again, the only other comment I have here is if you swap the tank, remember This tank has 4-stroke straight gasoline in it. You will destroy your NSR engine if you don't drain the tank and refill it with premix. You need oil in the gas or your engine will die rapidly. So be cautious if you're swapping tanks. But as you can see from overhead, the profile of the tank looks largely the same as the NSR. And except for the radiator cap, it's pretty much a straight fit. On my tank, I also did remove the keyed gas cap for a keyless, because who wants to go to the track and find out you forgot your key when you need to refill the bike? So that's the only other change. This gas cap, by the way, is for a Honda, not for the Kayo. You can find those on eBay, but I don't recall the part number. Anyway, different discussion. So there is the tank on the NSR.